This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning for February 23, 2023, 50 rounds of ammunition seized in Portmore. The Bridgeport Police in Portmore, St. Catherine on Tuesday seized 50 assorted rounds of ammunition in the community of Westchester. The rounds are as follows: 36 5.56, 6 9mm and 1 warhead, 5.38, 1.45, 2 12-gauge cartridges and 1 Browning magazine. The police say the seizure was made during a snap raid on Hilton Close. No arrest was made. The investigation is ongoing. Man held in stabbing death of Haitian in Ocho Rios. The St. Anne police have accosted a man accused of fatally stabbing another man in Ocho Rios, St. Anne on Wednesday afternoon. Police report that the man who allegedly fled the scene after the incident was later arrested. The deceased, who is not yet formally identified, went by the alias Haitian. Head of operations for the St. Anne Police Division, Superintendent Kevin Francis, told the news that around 3 p.m. an altercation developed between both men when knives were brought into play. Haitian was stabbed and died on the spot while the attacker fled the scene. Police believe car wash operator was target of deadly St. Andrew shooting. The St. Andrew South police say gang members carried out Tuesday evening's deadly attack at a car wash in Union Garden, St. Andrew, in which 2 people, including a policeman, were shot. The operator of the car wash, 36-year-old Dwight McFarlane, otherwise called the Greybeard, of Daffodil Avenue, was killed in the attack. Police believe he was the target. It is reported that about 7:20 p.m., the police sergeant and Mr. McFarlane were inside the car wash when men alighted from a vehicle and opened fire, hitting the 2 of them. Mr. McFarlane died at hospital. The sergeant received wounds to his abdomen and leg. He is said to be in stable condition. Senior Superintendent Kirk Ricketts, head of the St. Andrew South Police Division, told the news that the police have identified 2 of the suspects in the incident.
The sergeant received gunshot injuries to his abdomen and leg. He remains in the hospital at this time, and the doctors have listed his condition as stable. This incident, it's still early days, but we believe that the act was carried out by gang members, and the business operator would have been the target. At this time, we have some strong leads pointing to at least 2 individuals that we are looking for, persons who we believe to have been involved in this crime.
2 men shot dead in Granville, St. James. 2 men were fatally shot by gunmen in Granville, St. James on Tuesday. The incident happened at a gutter bottom in Granville. The deceased are 24-year-old Rexford Jarrett and a 29-year-old construction worker Orrin Reed, otherwise called Haga. Both men were from Tucker, St. James. It was reported that around 2:30 p.m., Jarrett boarded a silver Toyota Axio motorcar driven by Reed. Further reports are that the vehicle was blocked by a white Toyota Voxy with several men aboard. The men armed with firearms alighted from the Voxy and opened fire on the vehicle with Reed and Jarrett. An off-duty policeman who witnessed the daring daylight attack challenged the men, and this led to an exchange of gunfire. The gunmen escaped in the Voxy. Jarrett and Reed were pronounced dead at Cornwall Regional Hospital. St. Elizabeth farmers reeling after fire destroys crops. Farmers at Short Hill in southeast St. Elizabeth are reeling from the loss of crops valued at millions of dollars after an out-of-control fire razed their lands on Tuesday. The 3 farmers affected by the fire have estimated their losses at $15 million. It is reported that people were burning garbage about 3:30 p.m. when the fire spread to nearby farms. The fast-moving fire quickly destroyed 4 acres of crops to include zucchini, lettuce, cantaloupe, and onion. The fire was extinguished by the Black River Fire Department. Judge says allegations in Sagicor fraud case is serious. A senior parish judge at the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court on Tuesday described the allegations against the 4 Sagicor employees implicated in a multi-million-dollar fraud as serious. Presiding Judge Lorian Cole Montague made the comment after quietly reading a document detailing the allegations following a discussion regarding bail conditions. The accused, Tishan Samuels, Malika McLeod, Alicia Moulton White, and her sister Tricia Moulton, are facing fraud-related charges, including multiple counts of larceny as a servant and a conspiracy to defraud following an investigation by the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch that discovered $65 million had allegedly been removed from the US dollar accounts of 6 Sagicor customers. On Tuesday, Judge Cole Montague imposed the stricter bail conditions on the 4 women. They were ordered to report to the nearest police station on Tuesdays and Thursdays between the hours of 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. They were also ordered to surrender all travel documents, and a stop order was placed at all ports. Additionally, a fingerprint order was also made for the women. Defense attorney Rita Allen Brown opposed our clients Samuels and Moulton's passports being surrendered as part of their bail conditions. She argued that with the exception of Moulton White and the Samuels, who appeared in court for the first time, the other defendants have been on bail and have not attempted to flee the country. There is absolutely nothing before this court to suggest the need for all these conditions, Allen Brown said, to which the judge responded, "It is the court on its own notion that sees it necessary for conditions to be imposed. The reason why I asked the clerk to give me the allegation, and I am trying to exercise as much discretion to protect the clients. I have sight of what is in front of me, which are serious allegations." But after his unsuccessful attempt to have Moulton White's passport remain in her possession due to a delicate matter she needed to attend to in Canada, defense attorney Matthew Hyatt, who appeared on behalf of Bert Samuels, told reporters his client is eager to clear her name. "She is absolutely 100% innocent in this matter. We think and believe that the prosecution is on a fishing expedition in regards to Miss Alicia Moulton White," Hyatt said. He added that Moulton White is anxious, as anyone would be in these circumstances, but she remains faithful to God. Additionally, Hyatt requested video footage from the Jamaica Constabulary Forces fraud squad of the Sagicor's banking hall. He said Moulton White is charged with a fraud involving $661,000. Despite the funds being deposited in Moulton White's account in August, Hyatt indicated that he requested disclosure of the video footage for September 21 and 30, 2022, so we can see who it is that made those sums. She is charged for the amount of $661,000. Now, in comparison to a $65 million fraud, that is very small, and we are seeing there is a portion of money that entered her account. She has no knowledge of that money whatsoever, he added. Moulton White was the vice president of group marketing for Sagicor Group Jamaica, while her sister served as manager at the bank's Ligani branch in St. Andrew. McLeod was employed as a personal banker, and the Samuels was a client care officer at the Sagicor Bank. All 4 were ordered to return to court on April 27, as the case file has not yet been completed. The prosecution revealed that partial disclosure is expected to be done on March 31. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.